Welcome to Underqualified and Over It. I'm your host, Cindy, and joining me as always is Alice.
Hi.
In this podcast, we are over opinionated and unfortunately allowed to talk. So sit back, lower your expectations, and let's get into it.
Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single
Glasgow's on fire.
Well, Glasgow was on fire.
It
I
was
think
on
they've
fire.
managed to sort it out now.
I think based off of the knowledge that I have of setting fires in my childhood, because everybody did that where I'm from, it's probably going to be smoldering for a few days because of all the rubble and everything. I don't think I'm going to be able to go into town / go to the gym for like another week, which sucks because I was planning to go in yesterday to go into town because that's how I basically go do all of the things everywhere. And the reason Kenny had told me, my husband had told me not to. And I was like, why? And he was like, because there is a football game happening for my Americans. That's soccer. And you guys take your sports way too goddamn seriously here. His concern was that there was going to be riots because the last time there was a game, there was riot between these two teams. There was riots. And so he was like, I don't think you should go into town. I was like, all right, fair enough. And then I was like, fine, I'll sleep in. Convinced me. And then literally a couple hours later, there's a fire breaking out in Central Station. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, what have they done now? Turns out nobody rioted. It was just a lithium battery in a vape shop that had caught fire. There is a picture of a person trying to put the fire out, and it looks like they're using a water-based extinguisher on an electrical fire, which seems like a good idea, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were using the whole noodle there, but yeah. So other than that, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I saw all of that.
Your city's not on fire? Everything's okay?
My city's not on fire, no.
Okay, good.
No, everything's good over here. I think. I mean, it's cold out, but other than that.
Yeah, the temperature here in the UK has dropped quite a bit over the past couple of days for some reason. I don't know why that is. It was just starting to get warm.
I was walking down the road earlier because I'd been out, and I was saying to my other half as we were walking down the road, I was like, wow, I'm so glad that I don't have any metal in my face or ears at present.
What?
Because, like, when you're in the cold...
Oh, yeah.
And the wind blasts suddenly, you get that sharp pain where you've got a piercing because the metal suddenly gets really cold. And it's like, ooh, ouch.
You guys can't see it, but I'm wiggling my eyebrow piercing at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really feel it, but I also have pretty thick eyebrows that I never manicure, so there's that. And then my nose ring is fairly thin, so I don't think I get that like as much as somebody who has like a whole face full of metal would. Yeah,
whenever I used to have my nose ring in, I had quite a thick nose ring. So it was like every time I got hit, I was like, ah. But it was the fact that my nose was cold already. No, it was just like on the side.
Nice.
His nostril. Not just
like mine. Like mine? You got one like mine?
Yeah. But I had mine on the opposite side.
Yeah. I pierced my eyebrow first. And then I was like, oh, I want to get my nose pierced. And I was like, I can't have it on the same. I can't just have all of my piercings on one side. I gotta distribute. So I put it on the opposite side. This is the second time I've had to pierce them because I took them out for a period of time. And I mean, I take this nose ring out for a day and it starts to close up. So.
Yeah. So I did the opposite. So I got my nose pierced and then I decided I was stretching my ear and I stretched the ear on that side as well. And I did it the bad way.
Oh, don't do it the bad way.
I was stupid, okay? I didn't know what I was doing. I used the tapers, and now it looks like a cat's asshole.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's not great. I mean, I think I wanna get it back up to maybe like an 8 or a 10 millimeter because I wasn't going any further than that. But what I think I might do this time is I'm gonna go to a piercing place and see if they do the proper way of doing it. And I'm gonna do some research. I'll go to a few piercing places in the area and see if they do. And if they don't, I'm just like, well, I'll wait until I find one that does. And then I'll like professionally get it done.
Yeah. I've been thinking. So it's similar, I think, here in the UK than it is in the US. But like piercing parlors and tattoo parlors usually go hand in hand, if not are the same venue. And I've been thinking, I keep going between whether I want to get more tattoos or I want to remove the 3 that I have. Because I'm just like, I've just got really random tattoos. And if I filled out like the rest of my body with tattoos, it would probably look pretty good. But then at the same time, it's like the amount of money, like you should always pay for like your artists and you should always pay for a good job. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a janky tattoo. However, tattoos have just gotten so expensive with like cost of living and like all of the different things that as an adult you have to pay for. And it was fine to get tattoos back when I had disposable income and I was like 20 and I was like, yeah, let's go get tattoos. But now I'm like, if I really want to fill out the rest of my tattoos, it's going to be something that I'm going to have to sink a significant financial amount into. Whereas if I get them removed, it is still a large sum of money, but it's like, at least you know there's an end point, you know? Like, you know that once the tattoo is gone, you don't have to pay for it again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I go back and forth.
Well, this was a little while ago now. So when we were back having some financial struggles and stuff, we'd gone to a supermarket and it was, I think it was back in like the summer. So like my arms were out and all of this. And I was contemplating whether we had enough money because it was hot. I was contemplating at the till while this lady was scanning my stuff, whether we had enough money extra to go and get one of those, like a big fan for the bedroom to cool down the thingy. And she flipping looks at us and then she went, well, you should have thought about that before you got all of those tattoos. If you've got enough money for tattoos, you've got enough money for a fan, is exactly what she said. And I'm stood there thinking, right, okay, it's very obvious that all of my tattoos are fairly old now, right? Yeah. The last tattoo I got was my grumpy tattoo that's on my arm, and that was 6 years ago.
Damn, peak COVID.
6 years ago.
Peak COVID, you got tattoos.
No, it wasn't. It must have been 7 years ago because it was just before COVID that I got him.
Oh, yeah.
I had him finished.
We're in 2026, my love. That was 6 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
That's
and I'm like,
crazy.
I looked at her and I was thinking, is she fucking serious? And I didn't say anything. I just paid for my stuff and left. And then we did go and get a fan because I realised that we did have enough money. But it was like absolute nerve of that one lady tilling through my shopping. I'm there like, if you've got enough money for tattoos, you've got enough money for a fan. You what?
This is why you're not going to be able to take me anywhere. Because like in my own life, I am not very confrontational. But in other people's lives, I'm fine with being the confrontational person, especially here in Britain, because it's fun as shit, because you guys don't know what the fuck to do, because you guys have never been confronted a goddamn day in your life. So if I had been there in that situation, I'd be like, at least all she has to buy is a fan, because you're going to need a whole new personality, and that shit's expensive, dude. And that's why you can't take me anywhere. Because as you were saying that, that's what my brain did. I could only imagine the pearl clutching she would have done. Be like, oh, you Americans. I'm like, fuck yeah, motherfucker.
Honestly, my reaction there was just like gobsmacked, speechless. I was rendered speechless.
I love being that person in people's lives. I also love being the bad guy to their kids, because when you can strike fear into the hearts of your friends' kids, you have so much power. And then they realize like you're a big gummy bear and like you're not actually going to do shit. But when you can still scare them, dude, I love it. I'm 6 foot. I'm like built like a linebacker. I am a broad bitch. And when a little kid who's like 3 or 4 years old is looking at you and like they're dancing on the ottoman and their mom tells them to sit down about 5,000 times and you get sick of it and you kick the ottoman just enough to make them fall to their knees to stop them dancing on the ottoman and they burst into tears, there is a sense of satisfaction. Because you're not going to harm the child. You're not going to do anything. And she starts crying. My friend comes into the room and is like, what happened? It's like, you told her to stop dancing. I made her stop dancing. And it's just like, oh, okay. I was like, I fucking love it. Oh, man.
See, I'm the complete opposite with children. So, like, I'm one of those people that I generally hate children that I personally cannot
converse with.
No, that I can't tell them off.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't hang around those kinds of kids.
I'm okay with kids that I'm allowed to tell off. Absolutely fine. But most of the kids in my life, I'm not allowed to.
You're not a parent. You can't tell me how to parent. Exactly. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. See, what you have to do, I found a really good resolution to that on Reddit. You get a big bag of M&Ms and you train them like a dog. Be like, go over there. Now come back and get a treat. And then they're usually like, are you treating my child like a dog? It's like, yes, I am. Because somebody has to train it.
I don't see my like relatives' children enough for that sort of thing anyway. But it's mostly like when I'm out and about and there is a belligerent child and you just want to.
That's why I don't go to those places.
Anyway, but on the opposite side, so in the summertime, in the wintertime, I am bundled up like a little Eskimo or whatever.
You got no meat on your bones.
Yeah, because I get cold, man. I get cold. So I can't wear like all of my nice things that I like wearing. Whereas in the summer when it's hot, I look like genuinely, especially when I've got like, because in the summer I usually have really brightly coloured hair as well. I will be walking down the street in my outfits and stuff, and suddenly a little girl will stop in her tracks and go, oh, Mummy, look, it's a fairy. Or something like that. And or kids will like look at me with absolute amazement because they can't think of like a regular human being, number one, dressing how I dress, or number two, looking how I look with the fantastical hair colorings that I usually have and my makeup when I'm in a good mood and I've done my makeup. And they're just like absolutely mystified by this magical creature that is walking down. Honestly, that nothing gives me more like really good feelings than kids just stopping and being like, oh, wow.
See, I'm the type of person that I prefer to dress in the cold. I prefer to dress for the cold because I just don't like being hot and sweaty. And that's kind of my thing. When it's hot outside, I either don't go outside or I look like a hooker. Like I just do, because I have very long legs. I'm 6 foot tall and it's all leg. I cannot find a pair of shorts that are long enough, so they all become coochie cutters. So they're all like butt shorts. And I'm like, I can't go out of the house looking like this. So I just stay inside when it's cold or when it's hot. When it's cold outside, I have two modes. I have, again, kind of like a little bit of a short skirt with fishnets and, combat boots. I definitely don't look like the type of person that kids are going to be mystified. They're probably going to be terrified. Black lipstick, just very goth kind of thing. Or I look like a man that's about to mug you. Again, no in between.
You have scary dog energy.
I do. I have Doberman energy. I do.
Whereas I have mystical unicorn energy.
I would say I have more Rottweiler energy. Like I'm not as graceful looking as a Doberman. I'm very much a and then people talk to me, I'm like
That's okay, because like most of the time, you've seen those scary dog memes on TikTok where you've got the little airy fairy one going do
your
living
scary
their
dog
best
privilege,
life, and then the scary dog comes up behind because they've got scary dog privileges because they've got the scary dog friend. That's going to be me and you
100%.
wherever we go.
100%.
Like when we eventually get to Korea, it's going to look like Americanized K-pop star with her security unit.
Pretty much, yeah. I will say I do dress like a lot of my stuff is like combat boots, oversized baggy pants, if I can find them. I'm thinking about buying a sewing machine because I'm just like I can't find anything that fits me, so I'm about to start like sewing my own pants and trousers and shirts and things like that because I just literally.
We need to find out where Rhea Ripley goes clothes shopping.
Australia. The body type here is a lot more either like short and stout or short and petite. Like once you get up to like Sweden, they are fucking giants, dude. I would probably be able to find something there, but then they're also like all very active, and so I'm not, so it probably wouldn't fit into it waist-wise. It's okay.
Yeah, because you've got like the Skarsgård family.
yeah, dude.
Honestly, genes,
so
the genes
talented.
in that family.
I know, dude.
Number one, they've got all really talented people, and then number two, they've got really attractive genes.
All right, so I haven't told you what we're doing for this episode.
No, you haven't. This is a surprise for both me and the audience.
I prepared so well that I didn't even tell you anything. Okay, so I figured it would be fun, kind of in the same vein as the Smasher Pass, if we do Would You Rathers and impossible situations.
Okay.
So I have a list here. And I would like you to not only answer which one you would rather do, but why.
Okay.
So, would you rather have to fight a goat every time you enter a bathroom or fight a kangaroo every morning before breakfast? Mind you, this is a Groundhog Day effect. If you lose or die, you start the day over.
Okay. Probably the goat in the bathroom.
Yeah, me too.
My reasoning being is that kangaroos are scary as balls. Like,
it depends, I guess.
I don't think I could fight a kangaroo. Whereas a goat, I could probably just grab it by the horns and like flip it. And plus, I might get lucky one day and get a narcoleptic goat where all I have to do is go, rah! And it goes,
Well, I guess it would depend for me, right? So, is this my current life here in the UK, or is this my life back in the US? Go with me on this. Guns, real big where I'm from. If I can bring a gun to a fist fight, I'll take the kangaroo. Because goats are gnarly. And they would take out my kneecap so fast, dude.
Hang on a second. I just need to quickly Google something, and it's going to be really weird for my Google search, but
what are you trying to find out?
I'm trying to figure out if I could actually kill a kangaroo with an air rifle.
No.
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 I couldn't. Oh, that's
air
okay.
rifles don't even break this. Most of the time, don't even break the skin on a.
Because I have air
person.
rifles. That's the thing.
No, you would need big boy USA guns.
Right.
So that's the thing. I could probably get over the whole like stomaching having to kill a kangaroo every time. But I also don't eat breakfast very often. So there's that. Now, if this isn't my current life, you are, if it is fisticuffs to fisticuffs, you are not winning against a kangaroo. I don't care who you are. You are not winning that fight. I am sorry. Sorry to break it to you. Most people, all people, cannot fight a kangaroo. Because you think about like the wingspan you have from fingertip to fingertip. Think about that, but then they have those giant taloned legs that they will absolutely shred you with. No, I'm not fighting a kangaroo. I would rather fight a goat. Plus, if you get a nice goat, maybe after the fight's over, you can have a little bit of goat milk. Who knows? Anyway. All right, this one is kind of a would you rather. But the numbers are 6, 12, 18, and 24. How many, 1, inches of height are you losing? 2, bones you are breaking. 3, random people are you watching die? And 4, WNBA games are you watching?
Okay, the most amount is WNBA games.
Okay.
I feel like that's a safe bet.
Okay.
The least amount is watching people die.
Okay. So you've got 12 and 18 left. Inches of height you are losing and bones you are breaking.
I'll lose 12 inches and I'll break 18 bones.
Okay. See, my thing is, yes, it's painful and it's annoying, but bones heal. And if I can break 24 bones and then just deal with it, like all one fell swoop, break all of my bones, 24 bones. Random people, I'll watch 18 for WNBA games. Random people you're watching die. I feel like with the world we live in, we watch a lot of people die anyway, especially when there's like war and tragedies and things happening. So I don't know if this has to be like in person. I would assume it has to be in person. But kind of would I put that prompt on here? I was like, Final Destination type deaths that happen around you that you're watching and you're just like, holy shit. I feel like you would get used to it. So I'm going to actually put 12 as my watching people die. And then 6 inches of height would put me at 5'6", which is like a relatively normal height. I would love to be a normal height for a woman, for like have clothes fit, be like not in pain all of the time. So that's what I personally would do.
See, what was mine? Mine was the 12 inches of
yeah,
height?
you were
so
like 12
I'm
inches
5'4" now.
So you'd be 4'4".
Okay, cool. That means that I can go shop in the kids section and not have to pay tax.
There you go.
And some of the kids' clothes are actually really friggin' cool.
Especially with that K-pop Demon Hunters that's out now.
Yeah, man. But the thing is, a lot of the time, I will be walking through the shop and looking at the kids' clothes and going, why don't they do that in my size?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that. I'd wear that. And then they don't do it in my size.
All right. Would you rather live forever with the temperature at -4 Celsius or 40 degrees Celsius? I think I know which one you're going to... Yeah, I was going to say, I think I know which one you're going to choose.
That'd be brilliant.
I actually am also, like, this kind of goes against every fiber of my being. I hate the hot. However, I'm going to choose 40 degrees because if I'm living with 40 degrees, that means I can go outside and grow things. And my food selections are going to be more varied. So there are very few veg and things that will grow at 4 degrees. And they're usually like carrots, potatoes, and things like that. And it's like, they're not bad necessarily, but it's like, I would much rather, like, 40 degrees, you're like oranges and limes and like all sorts of fancy stuff. So I would probably also choose 40 degrees Celsius.
And also the fact of I would acclimatize to that temperature anyway, and then I'd be able to go to countries that are much hotter than I'm used to, and it'd still be 40 degrees, so I'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, and again, if this is in the US, you have air conditioning, so
yeah.
What's the hubbub? All right. This is another thinker. You're an arena. You're in not you're an arena. You are in an arena with 50 hawks, 10 crocodiles, 3 brown bears, 15 wolves, a hunter with a rifle, 7 buffalo, 10,000 rats, 5 gorillas, and 4 lions. Pick 2 to defend you. The others attack you. The goal is to survive 1 hour. Do you want me to run through the list again? 50 hawks, 10 crocodiles, 3 brown bears, 15 wolves, 1 hunter with a rifle, 7 buffalo, 10,000 rats, 5 gorillas, and 4 lions. You have to live for an hour.
How many do I get? 2?
Yeah.
Lions and wolves.
See, I also want lions, but I'm going to go with the gorillas.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Right. How many gorillas?
5.
5. Is one of them a silverback?
I'm just going to say all of them are silverbacks because
all of them are silverbacks. Right. No, I'm going lions and silverbacks.
Yeah, because the lions, I mean, they're cats. They're going to take care of anything that's in the air. They hunt rats for a living. That's how they,
And also, the dude with the rifle is going to be so distracted by everything else that's going on around him. I can dive for the dude with the rifle and knock him out, take his rifle off of him, and shoot him.
I'm imagining, right, you kind of have like telepathic command over these things. I'm sending one of those gorillas beelining for that guy. Take him out. Like, you, Mr. Silverback Gorilla, you go take that motherfucker out. Because what is he going to do? The gorilla's going to grab him. He's going to Hulk smash this guy with the rifle. Sure. Like, the gorillas the are guy with the rifle. He's just not. He's not living.
He might get one shot off, but he'll probably miss because he's panicking.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Especially if I'm going like this, like I'm bobbing and weaving. I'm bobbing and weaving. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Ooh. What are you gonna do?
Like, I'm probably gonna have one of the gorillas put me on their back, and then I have a meat shield in front of me. So, the buffalo are pretty rough. That's gonna be a rough fight. But the lions are pretty, they're agile. I think they can really hold their own. So, okay. Would you rather be a mad genius or popular but dim?
Mad genius.
I would rather be popular but dim. Dude, sometimes I feel like intelligence is a curse. I would so much rather just not even give a shit. Because that's one of the big curses of the world is being able to acknowledge when things are horrible and there's nothing you can do about it. If you just ignore it, ignorance is bliss. Like, it really is.
But I mean, the thing is you've not stipulated what mad genius means as well.
What did you define as mad genius? What kind of mad genius can be?
So what it could be is the world thinks you're mad because you're coming up with all of these things that you are actually proving, but they think, no, that's not right. But actually it is. So then you are creating the solutions to all of the world's problems. And just because the world doesn't actually notice that you're actually doing this, you like, some places will probably be with you and you'll earn a decent amount of money. But then other places are like, oh no, they're just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, maybe. But it also, again, on that same line of thinking, you don't know what you're popular for. So, okay. Would you rather eat a wet loaf of bread or drink a pint of whipped fish?
What fish is it?
Choose your favorite, I guess.
Whipped fish.
Whipped fish? Ugh.
Whipped fish.
See, the thing is, right? I would rather eat a wet loaf of bread because I could turn a wet loaf of bread into something like coffee cake or monkey bread, or I mix it in with a soup.
No, you have to just eat the wet bread.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
You can't do anything with it. No.
I read wet
Soggy
bread.
No thanks.
Nothing. I don't like it as a texture, but I'm sure it's a loaf. You would get used to it. Anyway.
It's a texture.
Would you rather live in a world where you dance instead of walk or sing instead of talk?
Dance instead of walk, because I've seen Once More with Feeling.
I agree. I think dance.
And every other episode that turns into musical episode of every single TV show that is out there, because good God, no thank you.
See, I was just gonna say dance instead of walk because fucking cardio, bro. Get my steps in.
Yeah, that as well.
And then I don't have to train cardio at the gym and I can just focus on my weightlifting. That would suck on leg day though when you have to go put the weights back. Anyway, would you rather not be able to taste or not be able to see colors?
Oh no. I don't like that.
You're welcome.
Because I like taste.
Well, then choose
and
taste.
I also like drawing and colouring in. But I mean, I suppose that like if you could, is it like you could see grayscale, right?
Yeah, I would.
It's just
I
like
would
black
assume
and white.
You just can't see. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd be able to like get used to that, and you'd be able to differentiate between the colors, really, because you'd just be like different shades of like gray and black and white.
Yeah. What if I put the stipulation on that whatever you think it is wrong?
That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Absolutely doesn't matter. So
right.
yeah, colors.
I would choose taste. I cannot go without tastiness. I need food, and I need it to be good food. I don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather not be able to see the colors.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'd rather not be able to see the colors and be able to taste.
Would I promise?
Like food too much.
I'm not trying to give you any existential crises with these, but would you rather know how you die or when you die?
When?
See, I'd rather know how, because like I'd want to know if it's something that I can plan for. Like obviously, like you're gonna die. Everybody dies. But if you like say you know you're gonna die in a car accident, I mean, I'm not gonna avoid going in cars if I'm gonna be in a car accident. I can't really plan for that. But if I know that I'm going to die from cancer or a disease of some kind, I can then do like screenings and things like that in hopes of catching it sooner rather than later. So I think I would rather know how, because I feel like knowing when, I guess there is an aspect of knowing when that would like kick your butt into gear kind of thing of like, you've got this many years left. So get it done, just do it kind of thing. So there is that mentality as well. I would be content with either one. Flip a coin.
It's also like the preparation for my family for it as well, because obviously there's like funeral arrangements, my will, and all of that sort of stuff. I'd like to have that all set in place.
Yeah, but I mean, if you know how you're gonna die, right? If you know you're gonna die from a sickness, from an illness, or you're gonna die of old age, like you can still have those things set up and set to the side.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather know exactly when, so that then I don't forget about it, because I've got ADHD. I'll forget.
You'll forget the day you're gonna die.
I won't, because that's like a finale.
That's fair. Okay. Would you rather know how the world began or how it will end?
How the world began.
How the world began.
And I want evidence.
But in either case, no one will believe you. I just made it spicy.
No, actually, I'd still want to know how the world began.
Okay.
Because I still think that I'd probably make a decent amount of money making videos on it.
I mean, you could make the same amount of money by making videos about when the world will end. You could start a cult.
True. Oh my god, yeah. No, that's better. Oh, I don't know. Because I could make a cult out of either of them.
I mean, you can make a cult out of, like, that throw blanket over there. Like,
I could make a religion out of the first one, and then a cult. Well, they're both. So it doesn't really matter.
Getting into kind of spicy water there. I would rather know how it ends, because I feel like, so the way that I see this happening is you basically get to not be transported necessarily, but maybe like astral project to whichever one it is, and you're watching it happen live. So whether it's you're watching the beginning or you're watching the end, because I would like to see how far we make it, kind of thing. Like what kind of things we are able to come up with and invent. Like, are there ever going to be flying cars? Are there, like, is space travel ever going to become a thing? And you would be able to see that if you see how the world ends.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Whereas, like, the world beginning, it happens, and then, oh, this is just Earth with nothing on it. Okay, cool.
That's nice.
So, I would rather see how it ends. We all know that the reason why the world's going to end is because of humanity. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or in a coma for a decade?
Coma.
Bro, prison's not that bad. It really isn't. I've worked in one.
Have you seen me? Prison is a very dangerous place for people like me.
This is very true. We would have very different experiences in prison.
I mean, if I was in prison with you, then I'd do the prison for 5 years. But if I didn't have that option, because obviously then I'd get my scary dog privileges.
No, that's true.
But if I didn't have that option and I had to go to prison alone, no. And plus, then you've got to deal with the thing, like the stuff after coming out of prison, because you've got your whatever you went into prison for, and the system of coming out of prison, and the like trying to get a job and stuff after you've been a convict.
That's true.
So,
but it depends. Again, it depends on what you were convicted for. So, I would just
to be quite no. It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
It is in the US.
In the UK, nobody cares. If you've been to prison, they're like, you try to go get a job. And
that's because the economy here is absolutely fucked. It's hard enough not having a record trying to find a job.
Yeah, they see that you're trying to find a job after being in prison for 5 years, and they go, no.
Well, I would rather be in jail, because a decade just gone, dude. Nah, I'd rather be alive and in jail and running that bitch by the time I get out. Knowing me, I'd get another 5 years for mouthing off. Anyway, would you rather be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie or the lead in a box office bomb?
An extra in an Oscar-winning movie, due to the fact of you're probably gonna get more jobs out of that.
Yes, bitch. That's the exact same thought that I had. It was because at least with like an Oscar-winning movie, you can look at it and it's like on your resume or whatever as part of your portfolio of like, yeah, hey. All right. Would you rather watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but horror movies?
Hallmark Christmas movies.
I fucking
love
knew it.
Hallmark Christmas movies.
I chose this one specifically because I knew we were going to have exact opposite reaction. I fucking hate Hallmark Christmas movies. I cannot stand them. They are so predictable. At least with horror movies, you get the thrill of like a jump scare every now and again.
Says the woman that watches K-drama.
Yeah, and I'm a diverse person.
Too.
Not all the time. Not the ones that I watch.
Oh, yeah, true.
If you're watching
quite a
like
lot of them are.
I was gonna say a lot of them are the same thing, but Yeah, no, I mean, there are always like a few through threads, but there's even all film has that. But Hallmark is such a specific, cringy ass acting
That's why I
B-rated
like
movie. Oh, dude, no. Because you
It
know
just
Hallmark
gives me the
Christmas movies
woman
are
for-
always going to have a Hallmark Christmas movies budget. At least horror movies, you can have some diversity in there. Yeah, some of them are going to fucking suck, but some of them are going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, but they give me the woman for.
I'm just going to say Iron Lung is a horror movie.
I know.
So you wouldn't have been able to watch that movie with this rule in place. So anyway, but I chose that one specifically because I knew we were going to disagree on that. I was like, I have to put this one in. Okay, I've got two more. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions, or tattoos that appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
Skin that changes color based on my emotion.
Tattoos, bro. I'll just have a bunch of couch potatoes all over me.
Yeah, good point. Oh no, because then I'd have loads of video game stuff on there.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
yeah, actually,
and
no,
it erases itself and redoes every single day. So
oh, that'd be really cool. But
you could take pictures.
I still get to keep the tattoos that I already have, though.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. But like, you get to like imagine you go on a trip to Italy. And like you're going around, you're seeing all these things, and they're like showing up all over your body. And then like at the end of every single day of your trip, you just take a photo, and it's got different things of like what you did.
Oh,
bro,
yeah,
I'm doing the tattoos.
actually, yeah, I'd do that too. Because then when we go to South Korea, we'll have like kimbap and like
yes, all the food we've tried.
Yeah,
have tteokbokki and kimbap all over us. Hell yeah, dude. And then you'll know I snuck out to a ramen bar without you and left you at the hotel because I'll have just like a ramen on my shoulder, and it's like, what did you do? Where have you been?
We didn't. Wait,
this wasn't here at midnight. What time did you go get ramen without me? Okay. This one's very important, so pay attention.
Okay.
Would you rather lose all of your friends but keep your best friend forever, or lose your best friend forever and keep the rest of your friends?
That's a difficult question because I have two best friends. Three best friends.
Yep.
So do I get to keep all three of those?
Nope. Gotta choose one. One's better than the rest.
Okay. I keep my best friend then.
Wow. I can't believe you would choose Virus like that. That's crazy. That's crazy that you would choose. I'm over here like, how dare you choose your partner over me?
Didn't I chose you?
Yeah. That one's actually really difficult for me as well. Because if I choose my best friend, because I wonder if it would auto choose for you, because like I also have like you and then my friend back home that I'm close with, and I have my husband. It's like, I'm not sure what if it just auto chooses for you out of the three, and then you lose. We'll change it to that. We'll change it to that. Would you rather keep your best friend not knowing which of the three it's going to be, or keep all of the rest of the people and sacrifice one that you get to choose?
No. It has to be random on both.
Nope. It's random. It randomly selects which best friend you keep. But if you choose to keep all of your other friends, you get to select which best friend you're sacrificing to the nether gods. And they're going to be eaten in front of you. By wild animals.
That's really difficult. You said you weren't giving me any existential crises today. You lied.
I lied. Get over it.
You lied. Then I'd probably choose Virus.
Virus is the little King Julian's little guy. Is like, I'm a sacrifice.
Because my reasoning behind that, right, is men live far less than women do.
That's true.
So I would have more time with you then.
That's true.
He's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, that's fair.
And also, with partners as well, I mean, touch wood, but partners come and go.
That's true.
There could be a detrimental thing that happens, and I've sacrificed one of my other best friends to keep my partner, and then later on down the line, something, God forbid, happens.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think I'm going to choose my partner as well. Just because, like, it is, you never know what life is going to hold kind of thing. And all of this has kind of just been, like, us clutching at some semblance of control, when in reality, nobody has control over their lives whatsoever. And in reality, if I did have this situation put before me, right, I'm going to talk to you guys about it and discuss it through. And, like, if there's a way to more or less come to an agreement, right? Like, gun to our heads kind of situation. I'm not going to deal with this situation alone. I recognize that if this would ever became a real situation, one, it's going to be an emergency situation. It is going to be survival situation. It is also one of the, like, things that I recognize as a person who is fallible. I cannot make this decision on my own. So I'm going to bring everybody in, and I'm going to be like, this is what I'm being faced with. What should I do? What should we do as, like, all friends and things like that? Because if there's any way for me to, like, sacrifice myself, of course that's what I'm doing. But this doesn't give us that option.
Also on that note, like, me and Virus have already had this conversation, and I know, like, you're not doing the whole I'm going to have children by actually having them situation. You're gonna do it the other ways. But I've had the conversation, and I think it's a really serious conversation that you need to have with your partner, that if something did happen and there was a case of it was either me or the baby, I've told him, save me.
Yeah 100%.
Because yes, I'm gonna need therapy after it, but there's also the chance to try again.
Yeah 100%. I have and I feel like it's weird because I feel like we both grew up in a generation of, like, self-sacrifice, especially as women.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to sacrifice everything that you are to put up your partner, your children, like, and kind of getting to the point of realizing, like, no, a partner is more important than a kid. Not to say that children shouldn't be cared for or loved, because they absolutely should. And you should not be bringing, if you do not have the capacity to do that, you should not be bringing children into this world. That said, if you are with a partner that cares about you, and you are with a partner who is your best friend, is your partner for life, you are the only one of you.
Yeah.
And I think it's crazy if people are like, oh, if I have to choose between my wife or my baby, I'm choosing my baby. It's like, or if I have to choose between my husband and my baby. No.
It feels like you don't love your partner enough.
Right. But here we are killing both of our partners for each other, so that's fine. But I'm the only one of me, so.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, this has been Underqualified and Over It.
If you've made it this far, that's on you.
Catch you next time.
I never
Bye.
answered a no, man, I
Bye.
still go.